And I got a call from a colleague to say, where are you, the building's on fire. I got back to BAC as quickly as I could, and I remember by that point the fire brigade had arrived and all my colleagues were outside the building. Thankfully, everybody got out. We stood outside Battersea Arts Centre and watched the building on fire.
About 8:30 the next morning, the loss adjusters arrived and said, we're here to support. And it was a bit like Superman coming in. It was a really nice moment.
We used Cunningham Lindsay loss adjusters. They were visiting Saturday morning, the fire was still burning. Day one, understanding and building the confidence of a policyholder is absolutely vital.
There's a good culture here of people cycling to work, and so a lot of people that lost their bikes in the fire or couldn't retrieve their bikes because it was dangerous. And Aviva paid for members of staff to hire bikes.
I remember we had a series of big gathered meetings of insurance company, the loss adjusters, Battersea staff, and also the architect and design team, and we all started the conversation of both thinking about how we put the organisation back together and sustain the organisation in terms of the business interruption that we were obviously suffering with half our building having gone, and perhaps the biggest part of our business as well having gone. And we very quickly, I think, turned to thinking about what next.
In terms of the architectural design process, it was really great having Aviva and the loss adjuster so close to the process, working through it with us. There were sensible conversations and things quickly sort of steered towards the vision that ourselves and BAC wanted to take, which was this sort of creative, radical rebuilding but honouring the past.
We have really tried in the rebuild to recognise both the history of what happened but also mark the fire and what that meant, and that's been a big part of the aesthetic of the space.
Well, let's build a roof on top, a ceiling on top that echoes and celebrates that ceiling from the past but that is new. Clearly another group of people that had to agree to that with the insurer.
I think Aviva were really forward thinking and instantly kind of understood that it just wouldn't be appropriate to create a historic replica. They embraced the vision of taking this tragic event and trying to turn it into an opportunity to create a better space, a more powerful space.
Because Aviva, because the loss adjusters and because the insurance brokers did provide that support, it gave people a sort of safety net. It did actually, people did feel quite early on that optimism was going to win.
The relationship we had was so good that it was understood where we were going all the way down.
I think one of the things that was great about the relationship with Aviva was a real mutual trust on both sides and an ability to see that could have an impact that wasn't just about getting through this moment and sorting out the claim, but actually was about creating a legacy for a future generation.